Right, so get this. Today, we're going deep on something really different. The A1R Psychic Radio Network and their sister platform, Moonstruck TV.
Okay.
Imagine, right, getting free on-air readings from, like, truly gifted psychic advisors, and all done super professionally, which you don't always see in this field, right? Well, that is A1R in a nutshell.
It says a lot about how dedicated they are to, sharing this kind of guidance.
Yeah, totally. And at the center of it all are these incredibly talented psychic advisors. But A1R is really picky about who they bring on. It's not just about psychic ability. They're looking for people with, like, a genuine heart, people who really want to help others, using their, intuitive gifts.
That is so important, you're right. Because, let's be honest, the world of psychic readings, it can be a bit of a wild west out there. Sadly, there are people who might try and take advantage. So A1R emphasizing that vetting process, making sure everyone's ethical. It's so refreshing. It builds that trust, which is crucial, especially for people who are, new to all this.
It's true. And it's not just talk.
Yeah.
They really do back it up. A1R's producers, they come from, like, iconic radio stations. They have decades of experience. And you can tell the quality of the shows is really high. They get, clear branding, strong production, and the big one, putting the listener first.
Yeah, you can really see that professional background shining through. And it connects so well with, like, their whole thing about providing a positive experience, something meaningful for everyone who tunes in, It's not about hype. It's not about quick readings. They offer these really in-depth readings focused on giving genuine value to each caller.
Exactly. And so how does it all actually work? Well, a typical A1R show is 28 minutes long. Features 2 callers, which allows for, those deeper, more personalized readings. And it's not all just readings. Some hosts have teaching-focused shows where they, like, delve into specific spiritual topics or practices.
That's fascinating. It's like they found this balance between having a standard format, but also keeping it flexible. The 28 minutes, the limited callers, that ensures quality, focus. But then the hosts can still make it their own, even do some educational stuff. It's really smart. It works for the audience and the hosts.
Absolutely. And then to make it even more interesting, they've got this sister platform, Moonstruck TV, which brings in a whole visual element. Think about it, combining that personal feel of a psychic reading with video.
That is brilliant. In a world where everything is video now, Moonstruck TV lets them reach a whole new audience and offer a way more immersive experience. It's like they're saying, hey, we're not just radio, we're a multi-platform source for real guidance and connection.
I love it. And driving all of this is this core principle of, like, maximizing output from minimum input, or all about efficiency, creating a lasting impact on every listener, building a strong sense of community. It's impressive.
It really speaks to, like, how intentional they are. They're not just throwing stuff out there. They're carefully crafting an experience that's meaningful and sustainable, and it seems to be working. They've gotten some great press. Outlets like CIRR, Proud FM, All Access,
Yeah, that kind of recognition is huge, especially in a field that sometimes, faces skepticism. It gives them legitimacy, shows the quality of what they offer, and they're not just sitting back. Like, A1R is always evolving, embracing new technology, looking for ways to expand and refine their approach. They were early adopters of things like Roku and Alexa, which shows, how committed they are to innovation and meeting people where they are.
That forward-thinking approach is so key in today's digital landscape, which changes all the time, right?
Yeah.
And it shows how much they want to make these readings and services accessible to everyone. It's like they're breaking down those traditional barriers and inviting people to explore this world in a safe, supportive way.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, come as you are, ask your questions, and experience the power of these readings.
Yeah.
And the thing that really blows me away is that they do all of this, and the readings are still totally free.
It's true. No hidden fees, no subscriptions, no pressure to buy anything. The advisors on A1R, they're genuinely motivated by helping others. They see their intuitive gifts as a way to, offer guidance and support, not as a way to make a quick buck.
And that sets them apart for sure. It really shows how committed they are to doing things ethically and their belief that these gifts can, make a positive difference. Totally. And speaking of making a difference, let's talk about how A1R is kind of changing the game. When it comes to finding and supporting talented psychic advisors, their selection process is, like, seriously rigorous. It's not about showing off, like, flashy psychic abilities. It's about finding people with empathy, integrity, and a real desire to use their gifts for good.
It resonates with everyone.
Absolutely. And from what I've heard, that message is attracting some serious talent. Experienced advisors who maybe got disillusioned by the, more commercial side of things. They're finding a home at A1R, a place where they can just focus on what matters, connecting with people, offering guidance from the heart.
Yeah, it's creating this ripple effect by showing that you can build a successful platform based on integrity and genuine connection. A1R is inspiring others to, raise their own standards and operate more transparently, ethically.
It's a shift we need, for sure. This field has been dealing with skepticism and mistrust for so long because of, people who put profit over people.
Yeah.
But A1R is changing that story, proving that you can be ethical and successful.
And their success is obvious, right? They have this huge, loyal audience, and they're only growing. They're not just a network, they're a movement. We have to talk more about Moonstruck TV. It's more than just adding visuals, it's a whole evolution.
Imagine actually seeing the advisor, connecting with their energy, seeing those aha moments happen right in front of you.
It adds a layer of depth and intimacy that you just can't get with audio, and it opens up so many possibilities. For visuals, demonstrations, maybe even interactive stuff, it's like stepping into the future of psychic guidance.
I love that, and it's the perfect complement to their radio shows, offering a different but equally powerful way to connect with these gifted advisors. It's like they're saying, we want to be wherever you are, whether that's the comfort of radio or the exciting world of video.
And it shows they're willing to embrace technology, push the boundaries of what's possible. They're not afraid to experiment and innovate, which is so refreshing in a field that can, sometimes feel stuck in the
It's sort of
past.
they're building this bridge
Yeah.
between the ancient wisdom of psychic traditions
Yep.
and the modern world of, technology and media. And they're making it accessible, engaging.
Right. It shows how well they understand how people consume content today. They're not just giving readings. It's an experience, a community, a movement,
Totally. And a movement built on ethics, integrity, and that real desire to empower people through these gifts.
Which brings us to an interesting question, I think. We've talked about what A1R offers listeners, but what about the advisors themselves? What makes A1R so appealing to, people with these abilities?
That's a great question. I think a big part of it is that supportive and ethical environment. A1R is a place where advisors can just focus on helping others without feeling that pressure to sell, sell, sell.
That's huge, for sure. In a field that can be so commercial. A1R stands out. They're all about authenticity. It's like they're saying, come share your gifts, connect with people, be part of something special.
And people are listening, right? More and more talented advisors are choosing A1R. They're drawn to the professionalism, the reach, the chance to connect with a global audience who are really looking for genuine guidance.
It's a cycle, right? The more great advisors they get, the stronger A1R becomes, which attracts even more talent and more listeners.
Exactly. It's like they figured out how to create this sustainable ecosystem that works for everyone, the advisors, the listeners, and the A1R team too.
And they're doing it all ethically. Remember, no charging for on-air readings, no pressure to sell. It's all about pure guidance, pure connection.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? If you've ever been curious about psychic readings, or if you're looking for, guidance and support, A1R is a great place to start. Tune in, experience it for yourself. It's free.
And if you have these gifts yourself and you want to share them with the world, A1R might be the perfect place for you. It's a place to connect, to hone your craft, and to really make a difference in people's lives.
I think that's a great way to put it. A1R is more than just radio, more than streaming. It's a community, a movement, a real beacon of light in a world that can feel, pretty dark sometimes. They're proving that genuine connection, ethical practices, and the power of the human spirit, they can come together and create something truly amazing.
Absolutely. So take that chance, dive in, explore the world of A1R Psychic Radio Network. You might be surprised what you find, the connections you make, the guidance you receive. Who knows? It could change your life.